Prevalent, widespread in a particular area or at a particular time. Widespread. Prevailing. Frequent. Usual. Common. General. Universal. Pervasive. Extensive. Ubiquitous. Ordinary. Endemic. Rampant. Rife. Recognized. Established. Accepted. Current. Popular. Fashionable. In fashion. In style. In vogue. Seldom, not often. Rarely. Rarely. Infrequently. On rare occasions. Hardly ever. Scarcely ever. Hardly. Scarcely. Almost never, every, once in a while. Only now and then. Not often. Only occasionally. Sporadically. Once in a blue moon. Instill gradually but firmly establish an idea or attitude in a person's mind. Or put a substance into something in the form of liquid drops. Inculcate. Implant. Fix. Ingrain. Infuse. Impress. Imprint. Introduce. Engender. Produce. Generate. Induce. Inspire. Promote. Foster. Hammer into. Drum into. Drive into. Drill into. Din into. Imbue. Brainwash. Indoctrinate. Teach. Administer. Introduce. Add gradually. Infuse. Inject. Craven, contemptibly lacking in courage. Cowardly. Cowardly. Lily-livered. Faint-hearted. Chicken-hearted. Pigeon-hearted. Spiritless. Spineless. Timid. Timorous. Fearful. Trembling. Quaking. Shrinking. Cowering. Afraid of one's own shadow. Pusillanimous. Weak. Feeble. Soft. Yellow. Chicken. Weak-kneed. Gutless. Yellow-bellied. Wimpish. Wimpy. Sissy. Sissified. Wet. Candiast. Poltroon. Recreant. Poor-spirited. Foal, young horse or related animal. Colt. Filly. Fawn, one, a young deer in its first year. Or a light brown color. Beige. Yellowish brown. Pale brown. Buff. Sand. Sandy. Oatmeal. Wheaten. Biscuit. Café au lait. Camel. Kasha. Ecru. Taupe. Stone. Stone-colored. Greige. Grayish-brown. Mushroom. Putty. Neutral. Natural. Naturel. Foible, a minor weakness or eccentricity in someone's character. Weakness. Weak point. Weak spot. Failing. Shortcoming. Flaw. Imperfection. Blemish. Fault. Defect. Frailty. Infirmity. Inadequacy. Limitation. Quirk. Kink. Idiosyncrasy. Eccentricity. Peculiarity. Abnormality. Achilles' heel. Chink in one's armor. Hang up. Frailty. Flimsiness. Weakness. Delicacy. Daintiness. Fineness. Brittleness. Frangibility. Tenuousness. Vulnerability. Shakiness. Rockiness. Riskiness. Unreliability. Nebulosity. Unsoundness. Insecurity. Iffiness. Virulent dash of a disease or poison, extremely severe or harmful in its effects. Or bitterly hostile. Vitriolic. Malicious. Malevolent. Malignant. Malign. Evil-intentioned. Resentful. Hostile. Spiteful. Venomous. Vicious. Vindictive. Bitter. Rancorous. Acrimonious. Mordant. Astringent. Incisive. Cutting. Biting. Scathing. Caustic. Stinging. Blistering. Searing. Withering. Abusive. Mean. Nasty. Aggressive. Savage. Harsh. Devastating. Bitchy. Catty. Malefic. Maleficent. Poisonous. Toxic. Venomous. Noxious. Deadly. Lethal. Fatal. Mortal. Terminal. Death-dealing. Life-threatening. Dangerous. Harmful. injurious, pernicious, damaging, destructive, unsafe, contaminating, polluting, deathly, nocuous, mephitic, baneful, highly infectious, highly infective, highly contagious, infectious, infective, contagious, rapidly spreading, communicable, transmittable, transmissible, spreading, malignant, uncontrollable, pestilential, severe, extreme, violent, catching, pestiferous, entice, attract or tempt by offering pleasure or advantage, tempt, allure, lure, attract, dangle a carrot in front of, appeal to, invite, persuade, convince, inveigle, induce, beguile, cajole, wheedle, coax, woo, seduce, lead astray, lead on, decoy, sweet talk, smooth talk, tempting, alluring, attractive, appealing, fetching, inviting, glamorous, captivating, seductive, enchanting, beguiling, charming, fascinating, intriguing, tantalizing, magnetic, irresistible, come hither, inveigle, persuade someone to do something by means of deception or flattery, or gain entrance to a place by using deception or flattery, cajole, wheedle, coax, persuade, convince, talk, tempt, lure, allure, entice, ensnare, seduce, flatter, beguile, dupe, fool, sweet talk, soft soap, butter up, twist someone's arm, con, bamboozle, sucker, blandish, courtesy, the showing of politeness in one's attitude and behavior towards others, politeness, courteousness, good manners, civility, respect, respectfulness, deference, chivalry, gallantry, good breeding, gentility, graciousness, kindness, consideration, thought, thoughtfulness, cordiality, geniality, affability, urbanity, polish, refinement, courtliness, decorousness, tact, discretion, diplomacy, decency, couth, ire, anger, anger, rage, fury, wrath, hot temper, outrage, temper, crossness, spleen, annoyance, exasperation, irritation, vexation, displeasure, chagrin, pique, indignation, resentment, choler, apathy, lack of interest, enthusiasm or concern, indifference, lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm, lack of concern, unconcern, uninterestedness, unresponsiveness, impassivity, passivity, passiveness, detachment, dispassion, dispassionateness, lack of involvement, phlegm, coolness, listlessness, lethargy, languor, lassitude, torpor, boredom, ennui, accidie, acedia, mopery, remonstrate, make a forcefully reproachful protest, protest, complain, expostulate, argue with, take issue with, take to task, make a protest to, reprimand, reproach, reprove, upbraid, berate, scold, reprehend, objurgate, object strongly to, complain vociferously about, protest against, lodge a protest against, argue against, take a stand against, oppose strongly, take exception to, make a fuss about, challenge, raise objections to, express disapproval of, express disagreement with, speak out against, deplore, condemn, denounce, criticize, kick up a fuss, stink about, scoop, a utensil resembling a spoon, with a short handle and a deep bowl, used for removing dry or semi-solid substances from a container. Or informal. A piece of news published by a newspaper or broadcast by a television or radio station in advance of its rivals. or spoon, ladle, dipper, bailer, exclusive, story, inside story, expose, revelation, coup. Eskimo, a member of an indigenous people inhabiting northern Canada, Alaska, Greenland, and eastern Siberia, and traditionally living by hunting seals and other Arctic animals and birds and by fishing. Or either of the two main languages spoken by indigenous peoples of the Arctic, Inuit and Yupik, comprising a major division of the Eskimo Aleut family. Spleen, an organ that is part of the lymphatic system. The spleen makes lymphocytes, filters the blood, stores blood cells, and destroys old blood cells. It is located on the left side of the abdomen near the stomach. Denigration, the action of unfairly criticizing someone or something. Moisten, damp, wet, dew, water, irrigate, humidify, bedew, sparge, humify, humect, lessen, decrease, diminish, reduce, lower, moderate, damp, damp down, put a damper on, throw cold water on, calm, cool, chill, dull, blunt, tone down, deaden, temper, discourage, suppress, quench, stamp out, smother, stifle, muffle, blanket, mute, silence, overcome, curb, limit, check, still, restrain, inhibit, deter, quieten, quiet, intrepid, fearless, adventurous, often used for rhetorical or humorous effect. Fearless, unafraid, undaunted, dauntless, undismayed, unalarmed, unflinching, unshrinking, unblenching, unabashed, bold, daring, audacious, adventurous, dashing, heroic, dynamic, spirited, mettlesome, confident, indomitable, brave, courageous, valiant, valorous, stout-hearted, lion-hearted, stalwart, plucky, gutsy, spunky, game, ballsy, go ahead, have a go, doughty, venturous, jocular, fond of or characterized by joking, humorous or playful, humorous, funny, witty, comic, comical, amusing, chucklesome, droll, entertaining, diverting, joking, jesting, hilarious, facetious, tongue-in-cheek, playful, light-hearted, jolly, jovial, cheerful, cheery, merry, mirthful, roguish, waggish, whimsical, teasing, jokey, sportive, jocose, detest, dislike intensely, abhor, hate, loathe, despise, abominate, execrate, regard with disgust, feel disgust for, feel repugnance towards, feel distaste for, shrink from, recoil from, shudder at, be unable to bear, be unable to abide, feel hostility to, feel aversion to, feel animosity to, find intolerable, dislike, disdain, have an aversion to, disrelish. An angler is someone who fishes with a fishing rod as a hobby. Synonyms: fisherman or woman, fisher, piscator or piscatrix. Restive dash, of a person, unable to remain still, silent, or submissive, especially because of boredom or dissatisfaction. Or, of a horse, stubbornly standing still or moving backwards or sideways, refusing to advance. Restless, fidgety, edgy, on edge, tense, uneasy, ill at ease, worked up, nervous, agitated, anxious, on tenterhooks, keyed up, apprehensive, unquiet, impatient, nervy, jumpy, jittery, twitchy, uptight, wired, like a cat on a hot tin roof, like a cat on hot bricks, stressy, unruly, disorderly, out of control, uncontrollable, unmanageable, ungovernable, unbiddable, disobedient, defiant, up in arms, willful, recalcitrant, refractory, insubordinate, disaffected, dissentious, riotous, rebellious, mutinous, seditious, insurgent, insurrectionary, insurrectionist, revolutionary, bolshi, contumacia, feeble, lacking physical strength, especially as a result of age or illness, or of a sound, faint, or lacking strength of character. Weak, weakly, weakened, puny, wasted, frail, infirm, delicate, sickly, ailing, unwell, poorly, failing, helpless, powerless, impotent, enfeebled, enervated, debilitated, incapacitated, effete, decrepit, doddering, doddery, tottering, tottery, shaky, trembling, trembly, shilpit, etiolated, faint, dim, weak, pale, soft, subdued, muted, indistinct, unclear, vague, wishy-washy, cowardly, craven, faint-hearted, spineless, spiritless, lily-livered, chicken-livered, pigeon-hearted, timid, timorous, fearful, unassertive, soft, weak, ineffective, ineffectual, inefficient, incompetent, inadequate, indecisive, wishy-washy, wimpy, sissy, sissified, gutless, weak-kneed, yellow. Patter 1. Make a repeated light tapping sound, or a repeated light tapping. Pitter-patter, tap, drum, clatter, beat, pound, rattle, throb, pulsate, rat-a-tat, go pitter-pat, pitter-pat, clack, click-clack, thrum, bicker, clacket, bovine of, relating to, or resembling the bovines and especially the ox or cow. 2. Slow-moving or patient like an ox or cow. Lupine, of, like, or relating to a wolf or wolves. Feline, relating to or affecting cats or other members of the cat family. Deride, express contempt for, ridicule, ridicule, mock, jeer at, scoff at, jibe at, make fun of, poke fun at, laugh at, hold up to ridicule, pillory, disdain, disparage, denigrate, pooh-pooh, dismiss, slight, detract from, sneer at, scorn, pour heap scorn on, taunt, insult, torment, treat with contempt, vilify, lampoon, satirize, knock, take the mickey out of, poke mullock at, contemn, flout at, diligent, having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duties, industrious, hard-working, assiduous, conscientious, particular, punctilious, meticulous, painstaking, rigorous, exacting, careful, thorough, sedulous, attentive, heedful, intent, earnest, studies, constant, persevering, persistent, tenacious, pertinacious, zealous, dedicated, committed, driven, active, busy, unflagging, untiring, tireless, indefatigable, dogged, plodding, slogging, laborious, feisty, full of energy, docile, ready to accept control or instruction, submissive, compliant, obedient, pliant, dutiful, willing, passive, submissive, deferential, tame, meek, mild, lamb-like, unassertive, unresisting, yielding, cooperative, amenable, accommodating, biddable, persuadable, ductile, manageable, controllable, tractable, malleable, manipulable, easily manipulated, easily handled, like putty in one's hands, milky, persuasible, ebullient, cheerful and full of energy, or, of liquid or matter, boiling or agitated as if boiling, exuberant, buoyant, cheerful, joyful, cheery, merry, sunny, breezy, jaunty, light-hearted, in high spirits, high-spirited, exhilarated, elated, euphoric, jubilant, animated, sparkling, effervescent, vivacious, enthusiastic, irrepressible, bubbly, bouncy, peppy, zingy, upbeat, chipper, chirpy, smiley, sparky, full of beans, pert, gladsome, blithe, blithesome, gay, as merry as a grig, of good cheer. Gorge, eat a large amount greedily, fill oneself with food, stuff, cram, fill, glut, satiate, sate, surfeit, overindulge, overfill, overeat, pig, eat greedily hungrily, guzzle, gobble, bolt, gulp, down, swallow hurriedly, devour, wolf, binge eat, tuck into, put pack away, demolish, polish off, scoff, down, down, stuff, down, murder, shovel down, stuff one's face, with, nosh, gollop, shift, gorb, scarf, down up, snarf, down up, inhale, raven, gluttonize, gourmandize, ingurgitate, vice, immoral or wicked behavior. Or criminal activities involving prostitution, pornography, or drugs. Or an immoral or wicked personal characteristic. Immorality, wrongdoing, wrong, wickedness, badness, evil doing, evil, iniquity, villainy, venality, impurity, corruption, corruptness, misconduct, sin, sinfulness, ungodliness, godlessness, unholiness, unrighteousness, profanity, depravity, degeneracy, turpitude, sordidity, perversion, pervertedness, dissolution, dissipation, debauchery, decadence, lasciviousness, lewdness, lechery, lecherousness, degradation, crime, transgression, offense, immoral act, evil act, act of wickedness, fall from grace, trespass, peccability, peccancy, immorality, wrongdoing, wrong, wickedness, badness, evil doing, evil, iniquity, villainy, venality, impurity, corruption, corruptness, misconduct, sin, sinfulness, ungodliness, godlessness, unholiness, unrighteousness, profanity, depravity, degeneracy, turpitude, sordidity, perversion, pervertedness, dissolution, dissipation, debauchery, decadence, lasciviousness, lewdness, lechery, lecherousness, degradation, crime, transgression, offense, immoral act, evil act, act of wickedness, fall from grace, trespass, peccability, peccancy, the branch of zoology that deals with whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Speleology, the study or exploration of caves. Nephology, the study or contemplation of clouds. Mycology, the study of fungi, a group that includes the mushrooms and yeasts. Ecstatic feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness or joyful excitement, or involving an experience of mystic self-transcendence. Enraptured, elated, transported, in transports, in raptures, euphoric, rapturous, joyful, joyous, overjoyed, blissful, beatific, on cloud 9, in seventh heaven, delirious, with happiness, jumping for joy, rhapsodic, ravished, enchanted, enthusiastic, delighted, thrilled, jubilant, exultant, happy, over the moon, on top of the world, blissed out, orgasmic, rapt, tipsy, slightly drunk, merry, mellow, slightly drunk, tiddly, squiffy. An aviary is a large enclosure for confining birds. contemporary living or occurring at the same time, or belonging to or occurring in the present, or a person or thing living or existing at the same time as another. Modern, present day, present, current, present time, immediate, extant, up to date, up to the minute, fashionable, latest, recent, ultramodern, newfangled, modish, voguish, in vogue, à la mode, bang up to date, with it, peer, fellow, compeer, coeval, gander a male goose or a look or glance, sour female hog, solace comfort or consolation in a time of distress or sadness, or give comfort or consolation to, comfort, consolation, cheer, support, relief, comfort, give solace to, console, cheer, support, relieve, soothe, calm. Winsome, attractive or appealing in a fresh, innocent way, appealing, engaging, charming, winning, attractive, pretty, sweet, cute, endearing, darling, dear, lovable, adorable, lovely, delightful, enchanting, captivating, fetching, adorbs, taking. Grotesque, comically or repulsively ugly or distorted, or a very ugly or comically distorted figure or image, malformed, deformed, misshapen, misproportioned, distorted, twisted, gnarled, mangled, mutilated, ugly, unsightly, monstrous, hideous, freakish, unnatural, abnormal, bizarre, outlandish, strange, odd, peculiar, fantastic, fanciful, whimsical, weird, freaky, fugly, rum, huckery. Auspicious, promising success, propitious. Impertinent, not showing proper respect, rude, or formal. Not pertinent to a particular matter, irrelevant, rude, insolent, impolite, unmannerly, ill-mannered, bad-mannered, uncivil, discourteous, disrespectful, impudent, cheeky, audacious, bold, brazen, brash, shameless, presumptuous, forward, pert, tactless, undiplomatic, unsubtle, personal, brass-necked, fresh, flip, saucy, sassy, nervy, malapert, contumelious, mannerless, irrelevant, inapplicable, inapposite, inappropriate, immaterial, unrelated, unconnected, not germane, beside the point, out of place, nothing to do with it, neither here nor there. Thalassic, relating to the sea. Famished, extremely hungry, very hungry, ravenous, starving, starving to death, starved, dying of hunger, faint from lack of food, deprived of food, empty, undernourished, malnourished, half-starved, unfed, peckish, sharp-set, esurient. Taper, verb, I or t, get narrower, to become gradually narrower at one end, or to make something do this. Regal equals royal. Thwart, prevent, someone, from accomplishing something. Or oppose, a plan, attempt, or ambition, successfully. Foil, frustrate, balk, stand in the way of, forestall, scotch, derail, smash, stop, check, block, prevent, defeat, impede, obstruct, snooker, oppose, hinder, hamper, upset the apple cart, spike someone's guns, put paid to, put the stopper on, put the kibosh on, do for, stymie, cook someone's goose, scupper, put the mockers on, nobble, queer someone's pitch, traverse. Stymie, prevent or hinder the progress of, impede, interfere with, hamper, hinder, obstruct, inhibit, frustrate, thwart, foil, spoil. stall, shackle, fetter, stop, check, block, cripple, handicap, scotch, put paid to, put the kibosh on, snooker, amiable, having or showing pleasant, good-natured personal qualities, affable, an amiable disposition, snub, rebuff, ignore, or spurn disdainfully, or check the movement of a horse or boat, especially by a rope wound round a post, or an act of rebuffing or ignoring someone or something, insult, slight, affront, humiliate, treat disrespectfully, rebuff, spurn, repulse, cold shoulder, brush off, disdain, scorn, give someone the cold shoulder, turn one's back on, keep someone at arm's length, cut, dead, ignore, take no notice of, stiff, give someone the brush off, freeze out, stiff, rebuff, insult, repulse, slight, affront, slap in the face, humiliation, brush off, put down, ignominy, public shame or disgrace, shame, humiliation, embarrassment, mortification, disgrace, dishonor, stigma, disrepute, discredit, degradation, abasement, opprobrium, obloquy, scandal, infamy, indignity, ignobility, loss of face, forbearance, patient, self-control, restraint and tolerance, tolerance, toleration, patience, resignation, endurance, fortitude, stoicism, long-sufferingness, leniency, lenity, clemency, indulgence, restraint, self-restraint, self-control, moderation, temperance, mildness, typically of a young person or that person's behavior, showing or characterized by a tendency to commit crime, particularly minor crime. Imbecile, stupid person or stupid, idiotic, fool, idiot, cretin, moron, dolt, half-wit, dunce, dullard, simpleton, nincompoop, blockhead, ignoramus, clod, dope, thickhead, ninny, chump, dimwit, dummy, dum-dum, dumbbell, jackass, bonehead, fathead, numbskull, dunderhead, airhead, pinhead, lamebrain, pea-brain, bird-brain, dipstick, donkey, noodle, nit, nitwit, twit, numpty, ass, clot, muppet, plonker, burk, prat, pillock, wally, wazzock, divvy, bozo, turkey, goofus, dumbhead, dumbass, opposite, genius, stupid, foolish, idiotic, silly, doltish, half-witted, witless, dull, brainless, mindless, unintelligent, unwise, senseless, absurd, crazy, mad, fatuous, inane, asinine, ridiculous, dense, dumb, thick-headed, dim, dim-witted, dopey, half-baked, hair-brained, crack-brained, pea-brained, nutty, dippy, cuckoo, screwy, wacky, balmy, daft, dotty, batty, gormless. Quietude, state of stillness, calmness, and quiet in a person or place. Jotter, a small book. Relish, enjoyment or delight in something. Respite, a short period of rest or relief from something difficult or unpleasant. Rest, break, breathing space, interval, intermission, interlude, recess, lull, pause, time out, hiatus, halt, stop, stoppage, cessation, discontinuation, standstill, relief, relaxation, repose, breather, let up,